Before I was diagnosed with autism, the way that I was living my life just wasn't supportive of my brain, and it really led me to feeling completely burnt out and super exhausted pretty much all of the time. And so within these past few years, I've really been working on restructuring my life and building it in a way to support my autism, to accommodate myself, and to support my needs. So here are some examples from my life on how I've designed a life to be supportive of my autism. The first is to schedule in rest days, like actually writing them in on my calendar. This ensures that I always have some sort of buffer in case I do start to get really overwhelmed or really overstimulated. Ideally, I'd like to have these at least once a week, but realistically, I usually take a full, complete, no demand rest day about once every 2 weeks. This helps me recharge, it helps me fill my battery back up. And the next thing that kind of goes along with this is scheduling my days in a way that works for my brain. I have the most creative energy in the morning, and so I schedule my work in the morning. And this also means that I don't have as much on my schedule later in the day, which is really important to me because when I have something on my schedule later in the day, that's all I can focus on for the entirety of my day. And if I save all my tasks for later in the day, I find that I just don't have as much energy or the executive functioning to complete all of them. The next thing that I've done is really reframing how my life needs to look. And I know it's hard, but I've really been trying to not compare my life and where I am in my life to other people. And this doesn't just have to be specific to us autistic people, but I think for a lot of us, we tend to feel like we're behind or that we aren't doing as much. But that's not always a bad thing. Our lives are going to look different because our brains operate differently, and that's okay. And another thing that I've been doing is learning to say no a lot. It can be really uncomfortable and really hard at first to turn down invitations, to turn down social events, to say no to doing something. But as I'm starting to learn my overwhelm cues, I'm also able to realize that, you know what, this might not be a good idea if I go to this thing. And the consequences of me going to this thing for a few hours might be me needing 24 hours of rest afterwards. I don't see saying no as missing opportunities. I see saying no as an act of self-love. And the last thing that I have on my list is making meals easier. A lot of times I just don't have the executive functioning to make a whole meal. And so by eating the same things every day and having all those essentials in the fridge and freezer makes it a lot easier. I utilize a lot of frozen things, including frozen vegetables, because it's just easier than washing, cutting up, and cooking. I can just pop it in the microwave and have something ready.